Welcome back, everybody, to MaxspeedTV. Tonight, round number 9 here at this 5-turn track of Concord. Yes, you heard me right. There's 5 turns here, not just 4, not 3, but 5. So we will go over the turns here and how that all works out here in just a little bit. But myself, Joshua Medlock, coming at you live here, folks. My brother not feeling so well here tonight. Had his eyes checked today, and well, you can see chat here, folks. So, but welcome back, and yes, I do got my coffee, bub. So we are ready to rock and roll here. Now, taking a look here at that air temp, track temp, and the winds here tonight. Looking at a pretty strong wind at about 16 roughly miles an hour, an air temp of 70, a track temp of 99 degrees. So it is a little bit warm out there here this evening on the track. 200 laps here tonight, which is 100 miles. A total of 3 sets of tires in the pits. We'll get more on the fuel on how many laps roughly they can go here before we get into race time. But it is 40% fuel. Now, pit road here at Concord is 30 miles an hour with a pace speed of 40 miles an hour. So getting down here into the point standings, and I got to bring this up in, well, Excel or whatever it's called. But here we go, folks. This is your, yes, I'm tired. This is your updated point standings coming into tonight. Any trip up there in the top spot at 942. John Canizaro Jr. in second at 920. Shane Colmeyer in third at 904. Benny Hogan in fourth at 896. Brett Meeks in fifth at 889. Bob Eldred in sixth at 849. Scott Negus seventh at 834 is actually tied with William Salamone there for seventh. So both of them gentlemen at 834. Mark Keedeman ninth at 816, and rounding out your top 10, Brandon Kiger at 807. Jonathan Emerson coming in tonight in 11th at 801. Kyler Davis in 12th at 797. Gary Eldred in 13th at an even 700. John Brancasio in 14th at 687. Only 2 behind him, though, is Stephen Rex there at 15th at 685. Art Hendren in 16th at 672. John Canizaro Sr. in 17th at 669. Gerard Lawrence at 18th at 620. Thomas Mitchell at 19th at 602. And rounding out the top 20 is Chase Johnson at 515. Of course, Hunter King there in 21st at 449. Going ahead and dragging this back over here. And we will be getting into heat number 1 here. So I'm just going to, kind of hold off on the national anthem here. All right. And get through the heat. It looks like as of right at the moment, 15 drivers. It looks like we'll have either a 7 first and 8 second, or an 8 first and a 7 second heat. I don't think they will do anything else. Probably, half it. But there will be one that is one more driver than the other one, regardless. So we'll see here in a minute and a half. Right now, Mark Keedeman up in the top position here. Now, he's not out on the track, but right now with the top position at 15.6 seconds. John Canizaro Jr. is going to be sitting there in that second spot, and Benny Hogan rounding out the top 3 here in the little practice session they got going on. Scott Negus, Kenny Tripp still out on the track, and John Canizaro Jr. is also out here, but you could just see how treacherous basically this track is. And, you know, let's go ahead and go on board here. This is turn 1 and 2. And then here is turn 3 as we're seeing a driver dirt tracking it around here. And then turn 4 and 5. Any trip coming out of 5 there. Then very quickly down into 1. And it seems like these guys are going to have their hands full here tonight. Bub, you're missing a different track here tonight. Any trip out here just dirt tracking it around this thing. All right, here we go. So the first heat, as we get the driver bar down here, our first heat race is going to consist of Benny Hogan, Jonathan Emerson up top in row 1. Row 2 is going to be Justin Phipps, Thomas Mitchell. Row 3, John Canizaro Jr. or Sr., my bad, and Brandon Kiger. Row 4, Brett Meeks and John Canizaro Jr. They're in the 8th spot. Stephen Lane, buddy, how you doing out there? Glad to see you. All right, well, they are rolling off, and I don't know really have any good camera angles here at Concord. One of the tracks that is hardly ever used. There's 2 laps here at Concord. Yeah, fun race. We'll see what happens here. Who's going to grab the pole? Heat race 1 will, decide the pole, and heat race 2 will decide who starts on the outside. And after that, iRacing will go off time. As the pace car dives off for the first time here tonight. Here we go, folks. Heat race number 1 about to be underway here. Green is out, and heat 1 has officially begun, as we are going to see a 3 wide back here. Already getting a little bit dicey here in heat 1. That is putting John Canizaro Sr. under fire from the 68 of Brett Meeks and Thomas Mitchell. Back up to the front. Benny Hogan gonna lead the first lap here, or the second lap here, and already down to 13 to go. They only do 15 laps. Caution laps do not count. Watching Brett Meeks as he comes around the 5.58. He had his eyes dilated, so the doctor decided to put droppy drops in his eyeballs. Still kind of watching single file, not a whole lot going on. Well, right now anyway, but the 777 there of John Canizaro Jr. as made his way up to fourth here. I'm really interested in, you know, what is so different about this track compared to the other tracks they race on, aside from, well, the way it's shaped and the 5 turns here. Of course, the 5 turns is obvious. But dirt tracking it, we're going to probably see Kenny Tripp do that next heat because he is not in this one. It's David. Ryan, how you doing? Hopefully you're getting better as well, bud. All right, a battle for second. Brandon Kiger coming around the 23 of Jonathan Emerson. I don't think this battle is quite done yet, as we see the 23 getting on the apron there, getting a little loose, and then down into whatever turn that one is. You can tell I don't call this race or this track much at all. All right, down into one and coming out of turn number 2, and then a sharp dive down into turn number 3, and out of 3 real quick, and down into 4, and then between 4 and 5, and then out of 5 back on the front stretch. That's how it works. All right, 16 out there watching right now. How's everybody doing in YouTube chat land here tonight? We appreciate it. All right, 1 to go, and it looks like as of right now, Benny doesn't mess this up. Benny Hogan is going to be our pole sitter here, and Benny Hogan is going to win heat race number 1 here tonight and grab the pole. They will get set for heat 2 here, so let me go ahead and get Benny up here real quick. Benny Hogan, bud, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, grabbing the pole out here the night at Concord. Now, we don't have long to talk to you, but, man, this track is so different.
Yeah, I love it, though. It's a cool little track.
Well, what do you got to do to maintain speed here?
Not overdrive the corners.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
pretty much it. Yep.
So no dirt tracking it?
Yeah, no, you can, with the temperature being up, it's going to burn tires a whole lot faster. And so you've really got to take care of the right front tonight. I know they've said it several times, but this is going to be the place that you got to take care of them. All
right. Well, I guess we'll find out here tonight, Benny. Awesome job out there getting the pole, setting the spot here tonight. So we're going to see what happens in the race, buddy. Good luck.
All right. Appreciate it.
Yep. All right. We'll get him back down there to whatever he's with, and I do hope I did not mess that up, but if I did, oh well. Heat number 2 here is going to be Shane Colmeyer, William Salamone. That is going to be row 1. Row 2, John Brancasio and Kenny Tripp. Row 3, Mark Keedeman, Scott Negus, and Arthur Hendricks. Going to be the 7th car out here on the track right in the back, but that doesn't matter. Next time by, we will go green. All right, pace car will dive off here. There it goes to the safety of pit road. Very, very different pit road as well. And green is out. Heat number 2 underway here tonight. Pro American Late Model Series. And already seeing maybe some 3 wide. So maybe back here around Scott, Mark, and Arthur. Kind of a 3-car breakaway. Shane, Kitty, William. Oh, wow, Kitty Tripp just drove around William Salamone like he was setting still. Now, Kenny Tripp's got his eyes set on Shane here tonight. We're also going to watch Scott Negus. He seems pretty fast, and Mark Tiedemann as well. Arthur Hendren, John Brancassio. I'd love to get their thoughts on the race here as well. Scott Negus and Mark Tiedemann doing battling. That is for the 4th spot here in Heat 2. The last heat, not going to have a Heat 3 or a Heat 4, and we are not going to have a Consi either. So, Consi is basically a last chance call. All right. Looks like somebody just landed in the Discord here tonight. That would be Stephen Lane. We might be able to get him up here in the booth, and it looks like they're actually talking in a YouTube chat here. So we'll see what happens. Could be 2 of us. Then again, I might just mute Stephen and think he's talking to everybody, and I'm just playing. It's gonna be pick on Stephen here tonight. How about that, folks? All right. Well, Stephen, you ever, get a chance to get in here, bud, pop yourself down to the waiting room where the broadcast booth is, and we'll definitely try to get you up here in the booth, buddy. Right, John Black. How you doing there, bud? Shane Colmar, Kenny Tripp, William Salamone right there, 1, 2, 3. But number 2 of Mark Tiedemann right there with William, out of 3rd. This is, like I said, just the heat, so no finishing dinner. All right, well, hurry up and eat. No, don't hurry and eat. You'll end up choking, and yeah. All right, well, that is going to be putting this heat right there at 3 to go. All right, 2 more laps. It'll be the white flag this time by. And there it is. So 1 more to go here. What type of move is Kenny Tripp gonna try to make on Shane here? And he is making it really close. But Shane Colmar is gonna take the outside pole position here in 2nd. So congratulations to Shane. Let's go here in here and see if we find Mr. Shane. I did find him. All righty, Shane. You're going to be on the outside starting here tonight. Man, Concord. Looks like a fun track.
Track sucks.
Well, you seem pretty fast. I mean, what do you think you can do out here tonight?
Absolutely nothing. I suck at this track and I hate this track. Just hopefully it comes down to strategy so I can be there.
Oh, all righty, buddy. Well, good, good starting out right there. So, I mean, you're going to be starting up front. We'll see what happens, man. So, good luck, bud.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. Well, Shane Colmeyer there. Not happy about the track, it seems like. But we're going to try and step away and play the national anthem, folks. Hang tight. We'll be right back.
and the twilight lies gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran last, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the free, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the U.S. of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the U.S. of A. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the free, in the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxspeedTV. TV.
Alrighty, folks, we're back just in time, too, because the pace car has dove off to the safety of pit road, and we are green here tonight. Buggity, 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 folks. We are racing at Concord here this evening. I've already got row starting grid up here, but seeing as we have already started, I guess there is no reason in going through that. So let's go ahead and just jump down here into the race, shall we? All right, little bitty Hogan has led the first laps here tonight. Kiger up in second. Shred, Mark, Shane already starting to fall back here. And, he did say he hated the track, but we'll see here what Shane can do later on into the race. Steven, when you get done eating, just pop yourself up here. Right, oh, like Jonathan Emerson trying to get around him, but man, it is. Going to complete the pass. Here comes Scott Negus also now trying to get around Shane, but single file. You can just see the line here. So everybody want to see what this track looks like? All right, well, let's do that. How about we go on board here with Mark? We did a ride along here with Trip earlier, but now we're in the race. A little bit different. They're more at a higher rate of speed. They're trying to be as careful as possible. 0 fast repairs here tonight. So definitely a different style track, different style racing. That wall will eat you up, and I'm sure this track itself, you know, kind of I guess you could call it a self-cleaning track. Now, Benny Hogan grabbed the pole. He won heat race number 1, so therefore he grabbed the pole. Mark Kedeman has already gathered himself up into the 2nd spot after starting 6th. We are just kind of waiting here for kind of, I guess you could say, figure themselves out. I've already got 11 laps in on their tires, so we're going to see, you know, how quickly these tires do play a factor. 85 of Brandon Kiger. There's Kenny Tripp. Now, he does find himself back in 5th, but it's still early, so not really too concerned about really Okay, Steven, you might want to check your inboxes for league invites. Just so you know. Matt Pelletier, one of the admins over here. I do not see Stephen Wheaton at the present time. We'll see if he is able to get in here or not. All right, so Steven will be joining us here in just a little bit after he gets done stuffing his face full of whatever he's eating. Let's check through the field here, you know, kind of see where everybody has kind of found themselves. We are looking at, well, the battle here between Kenny Tripp and Brandon Kiger. Okay, that kind of worked itself out here. So let's go ahead and pull him up here tonight. One of our co-commentators. Still hasn't been on iRacing for too long, but he enjoys racing, and of course enjoys calling the races with me and my brother. And Stephen Lane, glad to have you up here. I don't even know if you have even pulled any laps at this track or not.
Yeah, actually I have. It is a tricky, tight, loose track.
All right.
And what I mean by that is tight in, loose out.
Tight in, loose out. So how bad, we've been, you know, we talked to a few drivers out here, you know, just heat 1, heat 2. You know, they were talking about, well, Shane didn't say much about anything. He just says he hates the track. The Benny was talking about how bad the tire wear is. So how bad is that tire wear here?
Oh man, with this track being so tight in, and then you're getting on the accelerator so hard, trying to keep your speed coming out, you know, your right side, right front is really going to get eat up quick. You should probably start seeing fall off within probably 8 to 10 laps, to be honest. I mean,
really?
if you're, oh yeah, I mean, if you're pushing real hard, yes.
Right.
If you're trying to conserve and being smooth, you can probably go 15, but you're going to start getting fall off pretty quick.
Yeah, Arthur Hendren, I think he made a boo-boo here. It's the pit road or something. 37 here of Arthur comes down and he gets onto the apron and he hits the wall. I am shocked that wasn't a yellow.
And I'm still trying to get everything pulled up here, so
Yeah,
give me just
kind of a spur of the moment thing.
it was.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely glad to be up here. Thanks to the Palms guys for you know, letting me come in and to help out.
Maybe you should get out here and race.
No, late models is not my
Not your cup of tea, huh?
it's not in my forte of driving abilities.
Okay, we'll just call it not his cup of hot coffee then.
There you go.
All right, well, I'm bad with lighters here. We'll get to that here in just a second because we got Brandon Kiger and Scott Negus here. I'm bad with lighters. Had my Navy lighter for quite some time, and then I lost it. And then I went and bought me a new lighter yesterday for $10 at Walmart. Now I can't find it. So
That might be telling you something.
well, might be telling me not to leave my lighters laying around. Oh man. Oh, no fast repairs. 3 GWC attempts already coming to lap number 30. The next time by, but 200 laps here, Steven. I mean, that's, you're talking, say 80, 90 laps of Pocono. That's rough.
Yeah.
200 laps at Concord ain't easy either.
No. I mean, half-mile track. 3 sets of tires. It looks like.
Yeah. 2 in the pits, 3 in total. So 3, a set they start with, and 2 behind the wall. So yeah.
Well, like I said, tire conservation is definitely going to be where it's going to be at tonight. What are they setting on fuel? 40%.
40%. So I don't know exactly how long they can go. I failed to ask.
I'm trying to remember. I've ran the lake models before. Like I said, I'm not the greatest at the lake model cars because they are a little different creature.
Yeah, I didn't race, in them much either. So I don't know. I mean, I know a little bit about them, but I don't know anything about this track. So now did real life NASCAR race here at one time?
I believe so. I'll have to check into that while we're sitting here.
Wonder why they stopped racing.
The size of the track, probably. And the advancement of the cars, getting into the newer generation cars, just carrying too much speed, too much wear on the car.
All right, put some go-karts out on this thing.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Skippies at Concord. I wonder what that would be like.
That would be interesting.
I'd have to test that out. Do a little Skippies race. Yeah, you wouldn't want very many of them out here, but
No.
Did want about, I would say about 15 to 20. 20 at max, probably.
So, according to what I'm seeing,
Okay.
they ran the NASCAR Grand Nationals between 56 and 59.
Wow. Years
So,
ago.
yeah.
Man.
Uh,
Well, my dad was born. Oh, we got a yellow. Hang on that
Yep.
thought here real quick, because that is our first yellow here tonight. All right, that is going to be between the 85 of Brandon Kiger and the 02 of Shane Kohlmeyer here. And now Shane is on the inside, so we're going to see what kind of happened. I think Shane might have came up a little bit. He definitely got on that apron here, and you could see that car wobble. And it looks like he kind of come up. No net code there. Definitely not. That is our first yellow of the evening. Not what you want to see, but nobody got any
Didn't look like it was going to be a lot of
Yeah.
damage done.
Yeah, major damage.
No.
Yeah,
But-
nobody hit the wall, so. Yeah, I know it's two different things. I mean, you are still going to get a little bit of damage, you know, regardless.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you've been a fender, you know, getting your wheel or something that's going to slow you down. Looks like Shane does have some right side damage on his car.
Well, let's see here. Let's get on Shane Colmeyer and look at his car real.
Well, he's probably back out on the track
Yeah.
now. So
Yeah, he probably, I mean, very quick got it. Oh, he's coming down pit road. But yeah, he does have a little bit of right side damage. And Brandon Kiger, looking at his 85 machine here, he's got some right side damage there too. You can see it bent in on that number 85. And then looking at it over here on the left side, driver's side, definitely some left side damage too. So he's got it on both ends, the front, left, and the right side of his Fanatec Realty. It is Realty, isn't it?
Realty, yeah.
Yeah, Realty 1 Group, 85 machine, Red Bull 2. Might as well throw some Red Bull in that card. All right, so I gotta say, a good little green flag run there.
Yeah, it looks like they extended the caution by 1 lap, so we're going to be trying to get everybody caught up, looks like.
Yeah, caught up, and the way they do this is if there's drivers laps down that are on the track,
Give them wave around.
they do. The first 3 drivers will get a wave around if they're not involved in it.
Right.
So, it does look like all 14 drivers are still out here, and I do believe Shane, not mistaken, did get the EOL. I do not have that document pulled up in front of me here tonight. Let me see here if maybe I can find it.
While you're finding that, I want to say hello to Brian. He's he says, "Yay, finally, how are you, Steven?" I'm doing good, buddy. Doing good. Jeremy, good to see you. Glad I can come up and give your brother a hand tonight. Like I said, I always enjoy coming up here with you guys. We have fun up here, and thanks for everybody watching. And you guys hit that like, subscribe, and they're off again.
Oh yeah, that quick.
Wow.
Yeah,
All
man.
right, that's one thing I got to get used to there on this league.
Yeah, they go by. Well, it's such a short track too, and you go green really quick. So, unlike Pocono, Indianapolis, Talladega, those bigger tracks, it takes.
Oh, no, 60
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, they're quick yellow here. And it looks like it actually started up here with Thomas Mitchell. Yeah, the 68 and the 85. Did Thomas just run him over? Or did the 85 come down? Very interesting to see here. All right. Going to turn the camera here. Now, this is going into one of the 5 turns we got out here. Like the 80. Oh, 85. Not clear. Comes right down into the 68. That is going to affect not only the 68 and the 85, but I do believe.
Looked like it collected the 65 as well.
Yeah, 46. 62 of
62. Okay, yeah.
John Brancasio. So for tonight's race, he is no name Brancasio. And yeah, he locked it down, and oh man, that quick. And he just hammered the gas, turned it around, and wow. All right, well, let's find there it is right there. All right. Love get to feeling better. Of course, tomorrow night, Downforce back in action.
Looking forward to running tomorrow night.
Yep, I can't remember. I think we're at Dega, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think we are at Dega tomorrow night.
Right, let's get the P.A.L.M schedule up here. Look at the next race here for P.A.L.M s. Of course, tonight's Concord. April 17th, they go to Nashville. I believe that is Nashville Fairgrounds.
That's going to be a fast track.
Yeah, I think it's Nashville Fairgrounds. I don't think it's Nashville Super Speedway.
Well, even the fairgrounds is going to be a fast track. I've run that track too.
All right, Kedeman, Emerson, Tripp, Salamone, John Canizaro Sr., Eddie Hogan, Scott Negus, John Canizaro Jr., Justin Phipps, Brett Meeks, Shane Kohlmeyer, Brandon Kiger, Thomas Mitchell, No Name Brancasio. Running out the 14 drivers on the track here, coming to lap 54. Now already quarter of the way done here. Does not take long when you get going on such a big track. Here we go, Martin Kedeman. Already on the loud pedal, and a guy that I would definitely watch. I was watching him in practice as the 12. Oh, somebody just slammed the inside wall, and that was Shane Kohlmeyer. No yellow either. But, man, he plowed it. Lost it. Ouch. Oh, you know that's gotta hurt.
Ooh, almost like he has some steering problems.
And it's a big possibility. Let's go in a cockpit view here. And he does. It's not showing. Wow. Now, if he does have some steering issues, he's definitely not showing it. We just did a cockpit view on Shane, and
oh, he just got loose. Yeah, he got loose, and it just nosed him right into the inside wall.
Yeah, that's what happened on the last one. Yeah.
That's what I was talking about, being tight going in and loose coming out. If you get on that throttle too hard, too quick, these cars will get loose on you.
Yeah. We're seeing Mark Kedeman right now. I wouldn't necessarily say driving away with it, but, he does have a little bit of a lead here. Under half a second, or under a second, on Jonathan Emerson, Benny Hogan, our pole sitter, John Canizaro Jr. Somebody scraping the wall somewhere. His eye hurt. Back to single file here for the most part, Stevens. And, once they get going, we will have some passing, as we've just seen John Canizaro Jr. come around the 7, Benny Hogan. You'll have some passing going on, but I guess for the most part, it's rather difficult to pass.
Yeah, I mean, if drivers are hitting their lines and, throttle control, they're able to keep that line, it is going to be hard to pass. But as you've seen, if somebody goes in too hot and slides out, that's going to give the driver behind an opportunity to get that inside line on them.
Well, that inside line probably is where you would want to be to pass somebody.
Oh, yeah. Because if you get up high, you're going to lose your momentum, because your tires are going to be scrubbing, and you're just going to be pushing. Yep.
Going to scrape the wall too, like we've seen several drivers do already. This track kind of reminds me of a squished Pocono.
That's what I was kind of thinking. Yeah. The tricky triangle, yeah.
Yeah, a squished Pocono. It's like Pocono had a baby, and this is what you got.
I think we just need to start calling this track PJ.
PJ, Pocono Jr. Because if you stretch it out, I mean, technically, wouldn't it be?
It could be pretty identical.
Yeah. Now, the banking, on the other hand, is probably totally different. But,
Oh,
yes.
65.
No, that is going.
I think.
65?
55.
55.
Yeah, Scott Negus.
Scott. Doing a little scrapey.
Getting that Concord stripe
maybe
instead of the Darlington stripe, right?
Yeah, right. yeah, he might have had some of that big blue paint on that red car and had to scrub it off. Said that for my brother. He'll know what it means. He'll probably tell me to hush.
Yeah, he'll probably say hush doofus, more than likely.
Probably, if he's even out there.
Oh, I'm sure he's watching.
Oh, yeah. Well, 18 of you right now still tuning in. Man, we got drivers scraping the wall everywhere. I can't catch everything, but I can definitely hear that metal concrete. It's got a distinctive sound.
Yep.
All right. Looks like Braden out there rooting on the 2. Number 2. That is Mark Kedeman. Of course, he goes for the leader. It doesn't matter who's leading. He goes for the leader.
We can't go wrong.
Nope, can't go wrong with that one. You know, if I made my bets, I could put $1 million on the leader, that the leader will win the race, and I bet you I'd win another $1 million.
Now, if you had $1 million, I'd be worried about you.
Did I say daughters?
You did.
Oh, meant dollars. I was trying to drink coffee there too at the same time. So, wow, yeah. If I had $1 million, I definitely would be worried.
Well, now my nephew wanted me to give you a shout out too, so he told me to tell you hey.
Hey. So are they watching?
I think they are. I'm not sure. I got the door closed, so if I get to hooping and hollering, it won't bother them too much.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll give a big shout out to the Lane family out there for tuning in. If they're tuning in, probably tuning in since you're up here in the booth. So, which I'm sure they tune in to watch you race too.
Oh
so.
yeah. They'll definitely be tuning in tomorrow night. So.
All right, well, watching Kenny Tripp here, he is kind of sandwiched between Emerson and Scott Negus here. And, you know, been seeing these 3 right here pretty close together, get real close to that outside wall, and it'll come quick.
Whoa, gotta watch that.
Yeah.
Kenny Tripp coming up underneath the 23. That's the thing. Another thing about these cars with their noses being so slanted forward and the real high back bumper, these cars are easily lifted if somebody gets up underneath you.
Oh, super speedway racing is treacherous in these things. Yeah, Kenny Tripp making the pass over Emerson, so now Scott's going to see what he can do if he can get around that 23 machine. William Salaboni still right behind him there in the 7th. Brandon Kiger at 8th, Justin Phipps 9th, and John Canizaro Sr. right here in the top 10. Art Kedeman, though, has kind of driven, ahead about 1.3 seconds ahead of the 777 of John Canizaro Jr. I called Senior Junior earlier.
Well, what did you do that for?
Because I was talking too fast. My mouth went quicker than my brain did.
Scott just made a move on Jonathan Emerson that was in that inside line, just what we were talking about. Now, I could have been wrong on the tires. I mean, I'm
Well,
looking at
fall
30
off is still about 0.4 of a second from the last to the best, so that's
yes,
in
they are starting to get
yeah.
some. I just didn't happen as quickly as I thought it would.
Yeah.
But when you got good drivers, that's what'll happen.
Yeah. Now, of course, the pit stop that Mark took was an 8.1 second stop, so no way he took tires. Not in these cars.
No.
Probably just fuel, save a set of tires if you got them. And he just
Even
scraped the
fuel
wall.
on these things will take a while because they don't have, these cars don't have the I can't remember what they're called, but the quick fuel system where they can just plug the
Splash and go.
yeah, splash and goes. Because the fuel cells are underneath the back bumper, and I'm sure you'll focus in, and when you do, we'll
Yeah, I can see the red underneath the back end. Yeah.
So that's their fuel cells. So that's behind the cage, so they're protected, but they have to fill them up through the trunk lid.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
If you look at the side of Mark's car there that you're focused in on,
Yeah.
on the driver's side, you'll notice on like the next gens and the Gen 6s, even the Gen 4s, I believe, have them. They've got the little green
Yeah.
fuel nozzle. Well, these don't have that because they have to go in through the back, through the trunk lid.
Wow. So where those two pins are on the back here is where they got to go in to do it.
Yes, it's just like on a dirt track car.
Yeah, I never knew that. Well, a little bit of information for everybody out there tuning in. You learn something new every day. Looks like Mark.
Oh, go ahead.
Looks like Mark is just getting around. Let's see here. That was Mark Keedeman. He just got around, I believe, Thomas Mitchell to put him another lap down. So Thomas and John is 2 laps down. The only 2 drivers that are on the track that is multiple laps down, Arthur Hendren is still sitting on pit road.
Yeah, I'm showing 74 laps down on him. I wonder if he.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Did
think
he get into something earlier, or?
I think he's the one that hit the wall coming out of the corner and was on the apron and towed it. Like, immediately hit the button, and he went straight to pit road. So, William Salamone and Jonathan Emerson doing a quick battle back here. I mean, as soon as we get back here, it's over. That's how quick these battles happen here at Concord, and they are so spread out right now. Mark Keedeman going to be dealing with some lap cars here. And we have Jonathan Emerson down pit road, 56 laps. Now, I would assume that...
It's going to be fuel and tires.
Yeah, we'll be fuel and tires. Yeah, that's going to put him roughly at about 100 here, 100 to go. Looks like Mark Keedeman here has also been out here. Well, that's going to take it at 59 laps for Mark. So
I think he's fixing to come in, and Jonathan, because I think I heard him say something just now over driver chat. Jonathan took right side.
Right, Jonathan just came back out with a 11.8 second stop. So yeah, right side's only. And fuel.
Yep.
Can't forget the fuel.
Yeah, that's very important. Maybe Mark's not coming in just yet. I heard him say something, I just couldn't catch what he said.
Oh, with my loud mouth, kind of hard to.
Hey, Josh, I do want to also give a shout out to, Matt Pelletier?
Yeah, Matt Pelletier and Stephen Wheaton. They're both owners, co-owners, RCs of Palms.
Well, I got to give a shout out to Matt. He was on it and was able to get me accepted and as a broadcaster with you guys. So I appreciate it, Matt. I know you'll probably come back and watch the broadcast. So thank you, sir. I appreciate it, and I hope I bring some of my driver knowledge in and help these guys out to make it a better broadcast. Even though, I mean, it already is a good broadcast, but, you know.
Just kind of, yeah, the track knowledge helps because, like I said, I don't know anything about it. All I know is it's a squish Pocono. That's it. That's all I know. All right, so still waiting on the leaders to come down. Everybody else needs to still pit here. Jonathan Everson, now he's not done, I don't think. I don't think he can go 101 laps.
No.
If he can, tires are going to be shot.
I'm trying to remember, because when I ran these late models on another league, I want to say that we wasn't running 100%, but we were still getting maybe 80, 90 laps on a full tank.
Wow. Well, even at 40%, you're going to be pushing 50, 60, 70 laps roughly.
Well, I mean, Mark's, has he been in?
Mark Keteman has not been in, and he has been out here now coming up on 70 laps. This coming up time high, so.
I'm showing 69 laps on my end.
Yeah, 69. It'll be 70 here at the line. So yes, he just took lap 70. So 70 to 80 laps maybe on fuel. Now this, I wonder if he's trying to stretch it.
Well, again, track position.
Yeah.
Leading the race. I think if he does pit, the guys behind him in second, third, probably the top 5.
Think they'll come down as well?
I think they will.
Oh, Jonathan Everson. Now it does look like also John Canizaro Sr. has pitted as well.
The only one, I see 2 other ones at 71. That's Salamone and Brandon Keeger.
Brandon, yeah.
72.
Tiger, Keeger.
Keeger. Yeah. If I butcher names, guys, I apologize.
Let's call him Brandon the Tiger.
Brandon Tiger?
Yeah, Brandon the Tiger Kiger. Well, I have no idea what I'm even talking about half the time. So,
well, if I mispronounce the names, I'm blaming Josh because he didn't prepare me for this.
Yeah, didn't prepare anybody. Justin Phipps down pit road here. So, about 1 or 2 cars at a time's coming down. So, we're not seeing the 10, 12 car field coming down pit road. I don't know, man. I don't know if you want to even try that here. Under caution maybe, but not green.
Well, I mean, there's some advantages to that being it's a short track. You can make up your laps pretty quickly, especially if somebody comes in for a full stop.
Yeah. I'm going to look here and see if we have any full stops here on those. 11, 2, 12, 9, 10, 6. No, nobody's, I don't think, really, taking what you would consider a full stop. You're probably looking at 15, 16, 17 seconds, I would say, on a full stop.
Yeah, the only one that I'm showing, Kenny Tripp was at 18.6. Brandon Kiger was a 16.2. John Brancasio looks like he got that damage fixed, so he was at a 31.6.
Yeah. No name. No name.
No name.
Yeah. No name.
Well, fortunately, I haven't had that accolade yet, and I don't want it.
Don't start on pit road.
No. I'd rather just go to skip the qualifying and start in the back of the pack and grid from back there.
Makes it easier, right?
Yeah, it does.
All right. Bill Mark Keteman, though. Now, right from here is he's been out here 81 laps. From here, if he pitted, he would be able to go the distance because that's going to put it at about 79, 78 laps. So, you know, he would be able to make it. Now, tires, on the other hand, probably going to be, you know, shot, but, yeah, he's still going.
Well, your left side's not going to get burned up as bad as your right, so I've been seeing a lot of right side changes.
You think right sides will be even for Mark? You think if he comes down under green, right sides only?
Yeah, I think he'd just do right sides only, and then if they get a caution, he may come back in and get the left sides. Depending on how long he's been out there on the rights, on the new rights.
Yeah, if you're only out there a couple of laps or so, I wouldn't do it. But, you know, if you're out there 10, 11, 12, 15 laps, you probably want to... Whoa, and he almost butchered it.
That was...
Yep.
I just happened to be on his car when he did that.
Yep, he's coming down pit road. Here comes... Let's see here. John Canizaro Jr. was on pit road as well. So here comes Scott Negus down pit road. So we do have drivers starting to come down. Kitty Tripp down pit road.
I'm focusing on, yeah, he just took right side. So that's kind of what we discussed.
Yep, right sides only. So it looks like right sides only happening. Kitty Tripp in his box here. Here comes Benny Hogan. Man, 35 miles an hour down pit road. Yeah, pit lane.
That's you gotta shut that down quick.
Yeah.
That's almost as bad as trying to get the pits on Darlington last night. Good Lord.
Yep, John No Name Brancasio, he's down pit road. Looks like Brandon Tiger is down pit road. Can't call him Tony the Tiger because his name ain't Tony. William Salamone on pit road.
I'm sitting here looking at some of the times. So yeah, those right sides are going to be the ones that's going to get ate up quick.
Okay, I need to go cockpit here. Just a second. Brett Meeks is shutting his engine off. Go cockpit and listen to Brett Meeks. As he enters turn 1, shuts his engine off. And he just lets it coast, and then he's right back on it. He's saving fuel.
Yes.
Wow. Well,
yeah, he's getting completely out of the throttle. Now turn 1, and 2, and 3 right here. He just hit the rev limiter. So the turn 4, is it turn 4 coming at, or 5, whatever it is on this track?
Turn 1 and 2, he's coming up now. Turn 3 is that middle Pocono turn, like turn 2 at Pocono. And then turn 4 and 5 is coming back onto the front stretch. So here's turn 4 and 5 right here, if you want to call it that. But yeah.
So he's wide open on that, on the triangle there.
Yeah.
And then he is coming into turns 4 and 5, just almost completely off of the throttle.
Wow. Yeah, he's saving.
Yeah, he is.
All
he
right.
definitely is.
He's been out here 88 laps, but there ain't no telling how much fuel he technically does have, because we can't see that. It'd be kind of cool if we could, but we can't. Jonathan Emerson has been out here 40. Mark Kidman has been out here 12. He is second.
But
he is back at about 8.2 seconds here from the leader. Now, he is gaining time, though, on Brett. Everybody, welcome to P.A.L.M.S here tonight. Please hit the like button, folks. We got 4 likes, 16 watching. Well, we probably have more than 16. There's a few of you out there, you know, couples, married couples or whatever, girlfriend, boyfriend, you know, whatever the case may be that's watching the same screen. So technically there's probably more than 16, but hit the like button, folks. We would appreciate it. P.A.L.M.S would appreciate it. Boy, I can't talk.
You need more coffee.
I do, actually. Oh, no, he couldn't make it. Oh, he's having to come
run
down.
out of fuel?
I don't know, but he had to come down of a stint of 92 laps.
I bet he was about a half a lap from being out of fuel.
And he is going to be right back out. So with a stop of 12.4. So is that going to bite him here, though, late into the race? Now, that could help him, really, because he is going to have the fresher tires, you know, the right sides, out of everybody out here. But getting that lap back and then going all the way back around is easier said than done.
Yeah.
So Brett Meeks is our second driver, a lap down. Shane Colmeyer right up ahead of him. Actually just passed him as Brett was coming off of pit road. So we'll have to watch Shane and Brett here. You know, Brett's looking to get that spot back. Now, granted, yellow comes out, and, you know, Shane and Brett William is not in the caution. They will all three get their laps back. They will be back on the lead lap. So, maybe. I think Shane would be the lucky dog. Then it'll go to Brett, William, and Brandon. I think that's how it works. I don't know. I don't know. Don't get me lying to you. I've already lied to you enough.
Yeah, you told me this was fun.
Wow. See,
I'm talking about racing, not broadcasting. Broadcasting for last.
hey,
No,
you're the one that got into iRacing. I didn't do that to you. You got into iRacing and then seen MaxspeedTV on YouTube. So I don't want to hear it. That's actually how I found MaxspeedTV.
Hey,
Yep.
I'll tell you, this has been an awesome experience either way. Between racing and being up here with you guys.
Yep.
And you
Well,
know,
we appreciate it. We definitely appreciate it. Watching, there's the 777 there of John Kitazaro Jr. That is actually a battle for 4th, by the way. John is going to make the pass over Jonathan Emerson. Shane still holding off Brett. Brett a little bit further back here. There's Shane. There's Brett. Well, I wouldn't say a little bit. About a front stretch of Concord here, folks. That's not very far.
I'm gonna tell you, I've actually run half-mile tracks in dirt cars.
Really?
And oh yeah. And you know, these cars are a lot faster than a dirt track, but even in these cars, even though it doesn't look. Oh, we got a caution.
Makes. No.
Oh, he's on his lid.
He is on his lid. That is Thomas Mitchell. Oh. All right, getting another the 5.58 right there. And I think Thomas might have come up, but not from this distance. Am I going to make a determination? 5.58 could have come down too, but man, Thomas Mitchell taking a ride.
And getting a tag afterwards, too.
Yeah, all right. A couple of things we're going to do here. We're going to look at it at a closer angle. Now, remember, folks, this is just my call. Admins, of course, make the final call. See the 5.58 right there to the outside Ooh, Thomas, I think, come up. And let me see here. Did John Canizaro Sr. come down?
Well,
Ooh,
I'm looking at it too. So
I don't know if he did. If he did slightly. Oops. Wow, that was. I don't think Senior moved.
I don't think he did either, but it actually started a little further back.
Oh, it did.
And yeah,
Okay.
so senior looked like he had to back out of it, let off, lift, whatever you want to call, brake, or he was going to run into is that Kenny? Is that
O2?
the O2? Is that Shane Colmeyer?
That might be Shane. Yeah, that's Shane. Yeah. Oh, yeah, right there. I seen that. Yeah.
So that got him loose.
Yeah.
He went up high,
And then
regained
Thomas.
control, and then he was coming out of there and just
Yep, right there. And
wow.
there could have been a little net code, but they would have made contact either way. And Thomas Mitchell goes lid for lid here, folks. I mean, he just goes a ride and a half topside turvy here, and we're gonna go cockpit here on Thomas Mitchell. So if you get motion sickness, don't watch, because Thomas is gonna go upside down, and there is nothing Thomas could have done. Once that car started to go over, yeah, well, you can just see the sparks. Man. All right. Well, this kind of sets the stage for a little bit of a different finish. Let's see who pitted. Ooh. Art did not. John Canizaro Jr. did not on that one. However, Kenny Tripp, Scott Negus, Jonathan Emerson, Benny Hogan, William Salamone. Gonna let some drivers by, but he did pit. Shane Colmeyer, and it looks like Brett Meeks did not either. He's only been out here 17 laps. Brandon Kiger, John Canizaro Sr., Thomas Mitchell is back out there. Man.
Yeah, I will confirm there. Well, I don't want to confirm it, but I will say I did see a little bit of net code before the
Yeah. Yeah, there might have been a little bit of net code on that, but like I said, I don't make those calls.
Yeah.
You know, Matt and Steven, they're the ones that do all that. I just do it from my point because I ain't got time to rewind forward. We got to get back to racing.
Yeah.
Out of turn number 5 here on the front stretch, marked on the loud pedal, green. Back out once more here tonight, and it wouldn't surprise me, Steven, if now with about 40 to go, we may see, maybe some 3 wide. What you think?
I don't know about 3 wide. I mean, it would have to be the right opportunity to go 3 wide.
And the right cars.
Yeah.
Not saying not all these guys can do it, because I bet you if they're in the right spot, they could,
Oh, absolutely.
But, mistakes do happen,
The only thing that would concern me is the exit of the turns.
Marbles up the top, too, because, man, that will get you loose. And Jonathan Emerson coming around the 777 are trying to. On that inside, we keep talking about, well, that 7 to Benny Hogan all over the back bumper. You talk about, how front end goes down and the back end's up. It'll raise that back end up, so they got to be careful.
Yeah, I'm showing. I've got 2 7s on the track with those 777 and John Canizaro Jr.
Yeah, Benny Hogan's in the 7 and John Canizaro Jr.'s in the 777. But if you look closer on John's car,
it is 777.
It is 777.
Oh, he's got the casino 777, don't he?
Yep.
I got you.
Yep. 777. Yep. Yeah, I had
Looked
to look.
like he got into the wall a little bit about a lap or so ago. That's why I was kind of I went to look at his.
Yeah, I had to. That's why I had to look at it the first time I called the race here for these guys because I'm like, wait a minute. He said the 777 was 7 on the car, and then I zoomed in, and then I seen it. So, oh, that left the door open. Oh, that is going to be William Salamone going to the inside.
Brent's running that high line, and I don't know if that's the right line to run because he's definitely off the throttle and on the brakes a little more to keep pushing up.
He's saving some tires. But he just pitted again. So, no, he didn't. Brett didn't pit. So,
he took the right side tires earlier.
Yeah, but he didn't hit this last
No.
caution. So, I mean,
But I think he was just running that high. He couldn't really get down to that low line because he had
everybody around
John,
him.
yeah,
John Jr.
John Jr. was on the inside of him. So, but now he's back on a what most drivers would call a normal line.
A normal line. I don't think there's anything normal about racing.
No.
Like Justin Fitz scraped the wall there a little bit. A battle up
Yep.
there ensuing here between Colmeyer and the 85. Dane Colmeyer in the 02, the 85 of Brandon Kiger. Oh man, we're gonna stay right here, folks. I think things right here are starting to kind of heat up a little bit. Got the 777 right there too, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on it. I think if anything was to happen, it might happen right here. But then again, I've said that before, and I was totally wrong. It happened somewhere else on the track. So, but usually when I see post battling, I'm not afraid to stay put for a little bit. Yeah.
Yep.
Are you racing
There is a pretty good gap between the top 5 and Shane and
yeah.
so.
Yeah, let's see here. Scott Negus at the tail end of, let's see, Mark Kedeman, Benny Hogan, Kenny Tripp, Jonathan Emerson, Scott Negus, and then back here to Shane. Shane is coming up on, is that the 85?
That's Brandon Kiger.
That's Brandon Kiger theirs. And Brandon is the first driver a lap down. So,
Yep.
I mean, he's just running his line. So, you know, he's going to make Shane get around him. I hope it's in a good way and not in a bad way.
Yeah.
All right, we are going to hit, folks, the 20 to go mark here. At the stripe, there it is, 20 laps to go. Man.
That went by fast.
I know, right? We stay green. We will be done with this race in exactly 5 minutes. Now, you have raced in real life.
Yes.
I've got a real life question for you. If
All right.
somebody, you know, not myself, but somebody just in general, wants to get into racing, never done it before, what would be the best way to start? You know, what vehicle to get, you know, in your opinion?
Well, I mean, obviously dirt track would be the first thing you need to get into, whether it's go-karts or something like that, something that you can get some seat time in. If you're going to run with the big cars, definitely go pure stock, because that's supposed to be the more economic and the more cheaper version of racing, but it's not either. Any car you get in, it's all expensive.
Yeah, because
But-
if you wreck, you gotta repair the damage.
Yeah, and you know, you're even on the pure stocks, you know, you're only getting maybe 10 to 15 races on the engine before it needs to be either refreshed or get a new engine. And you know, barring any issues out on the track, whether it's a blown engine, head gasket, something like that, you know, that's always going to cost you money to get fixed. So, and also have deep pockets.
It's all right, Brian, man. You spam away, buddy. That's all right. We're here. I know you're not, you know, nobody else is kind of talking right now, but, you know, I just figured I'd ask him because you've done it. You know what it's like. You know, you've spent the tens of thousands of dollars, I would assume, you know, rebuilding. And here we go, 3 wide at Concord. Very quick, but there is that 3 wide. It didn't last long, but
John's back up in the wall again, John Senior.
Yeah,
I wonder if he's got something going on.
I think he was trying to get out of the way while we went 3 wide there.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's loose. In a white car. That was Kiger. He was loose. It's all right. But like I was saying, you know, you spent the money. You know what it's like. You've done it. And, you know, so I think also iRacing, too, it's a lot cheaper. I mean, it's not actual what you would call feel the G's, but aside from that, pretty much everything is realistic. So.
Oh yeah. The mechanics. That's one thing I've said before. The mechanics in iRacing compared to real racing. You know, because I ran the dirt track cars on iRacing too, and it's almost identical, honestly. The way you drive, the way you counter steer. You know, in dirt racing, you turn left, and then turn right to turn left. So. Yeah, I mean, the mechanics are almost identical, but iRacing can cost you some money too. Don't doubt that, because you know, this if you go into a steering wheel, depending on what brand you go with, whether it be
Anatech, Logitech, you've got Momo, you've got oh my golly, there are so many of them.
So many different ones,
Thrustmaster. I mean, oh, John's back up into the wall again, and John Jr. had to back off of it, it looked like. Let's see here.
Yeah, Senior, he's just laying down in the back, just kind of cruising the track and trying to stay out of people's way. So.
Oh, wow. All right, well, let's get it up here because we are hitting the 2 to go mark. And we've got Benny Hogan, our pole sitter, right on Mark's tail. Will the 7 try to make a move, and he's going to try it. Not going to be able to do it that time. White flag in the air, 1 to go, folks.
He's closing.
This is it. Mark's going to win it here tonight. Benny Hogan in 2nd. Kenny Tripp into 3rd here tonight. That's the podium. And Jonathan Emerson will finish in 4th. And Scott Negus rounding out the top 5 unofficially. Of course, this is all unofficial, and we're going to see Mark burn it up, or try to here anyway. I think he's going to take it to the exit here and then do it, and hopefully he don't smack the wall. And he's going to burn it up here tonight on the front stretch, I guess you could call it. Boy, what a pretty blue that is.
It is.
Man, that is a pretty blue. All right, there he goes again, wanting to get some. Oh, and he hit the wall.
Yeah, he just gave it a little love tap.
Yeah. All right, we'll get the top 3 down here for the MaxspeedTV TV post-race show. Hang on a minute, folks. We'll be right back. Wow, dude, done by 8:30. Holy crap. Yep. So I got to get, well, there's Tripp. There's Hogan. And now I gotta find Mark. In here somewhere. Think. There he is. Yep. All right, hang on. I'll be right back. I don't see how anybody can survive this track. Anyway, well, we'll talk about it here tonight, guys. 5 turns here, man. It's like a squished Okado, you know. That's what I called it here tonight. Anyway, awesome job out here tonight, guys. Again, shocked, as always, with you guys, man. I mean, looking at our total cost, it's 3 altogether. That's it. That's it. That's all we had. So, yet again, surprised. Yet again, shocked. A track I've never called. Amazed by what you guys can put down and turn out here, so keep it up. Mark, awesome win out here tonight. Biddy in second. Kitty Trip, as my brother would say, tripping it up into third here tonight. So I think y'all been with me a little bit long enough here. Y'all know how I do it, so we'll start with third, work our way up to you, Mark. So, Trip, you ready? All right, here we go. All righty. All righty. Oh, uh-oh. Can you hear me? Yeah, there we go. All right. All righty. Well, I think you guys all heard that because I was down there talking into the waiting room with the other 3. And, well, yeah, anyway. You guys heard me talking and not them. So we're going to start here tonight with our third place finisher here this evening, Kitty Trip here tonight. Kitty, bud, got a copy down there.
Sir.
Hey, man, well, awesome race out here tonight. As I said just a few seconds ago, man, surprised as always. 3 cautions in total out here tonight. But, man, talk about it. This track is insane, man. 5 turns instead of 3 or instead of 4. To me, it reminded me of a squish Pocono. I said that down there, and I'll say it again. How did you come in and tackle this track like you did, man? Talk about your racing, your style of racing here, and how did you survive it?
To be honest, we got lucky. My arms feel like I've been lifting weights for an hour and a half straight. Just tense, tight. Just, me and Kiger bounced off the wall a bit and got a little right front damage, and, I was able to fix that pretty quick. But I had to change up my driving style like 3 or 4 times throughout the race. This track is brutal.
Is it brutal not only on the arms, but on the pedal work as too? Because I'm sure you guys, I mean, that pedal work down there, it's got to be insane.
Yeah, as far as it's not really as much on the pedals as it is the steering wheel. The pedals are you still got to be pretty smooth, and you still have braking points and throttle points, but it's not like mash on, match off. But no, the arms take the beating. The pedals aren't bad.
Well, awesome job out here tonight, buddy. I mean, it was an L-biter for sure. I mean, I don't know how you guys did it. I probably would have wrecked coming out onto the track getting ready for the race because I mean this track is insane. So but like I said, awesome job out here each and every week. You guys surprise me. Stephen Lane joining me up here to boost. Stephen, you got anything for Kenny real quick?
Hey, Kenny, good run, man. One thing I'd made a point out, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this track, it's more of a tight in, loose out, right?
And any other car but this one. This is tight in, tight out, tight center.
Okay.
Yeah, it's tight. you get about a lap and a half, 2 laps on fresh tires, and yeah, it's not in this car. This car is tight all the way around.
Well, good run, bud.
Thank you very much. Like always, I gotta thank you guys for putting on a hell of a broadcast, and Matt and Steven for the time they have, my mom and dad for watching, and glad to be back in the podium finishes, and hopefully we can keep going.
All right. Well, I got a couple of 2 more questions for you. Nashville next week. How do you feel about Nashville?
I like Nashville. I enjoy Nashville. It's that track's a rhythm track. I know it's a big track, but it's a rhythm track, and There's just a couple bumps you make sure you want to, straddle, and if you can do that, you're going to be in really good shape.
All right. Was it you that was racing in real life?
No, I do not race in
You
real life.
don't race in real life. All
No,
right.
I spot and I help my nephew, but I don't race in real
You
life.
don't race in real life. All right. Well, I know there was somebody out here that was racing in real life on the week.
I did when I was 16, but now I'm in my 40s, so it's been a minute.
Been a minute. All righty, Kitty. We'll go celebrate here, buddy, in your third place. We'll see you next week in Nashville, man.
Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Enjoy your night.
You too. All right. Well, I thought it was him that raced in real life. All right. Well,
I did too.
Yep. All righty. Well, here we go. Benny Hogan here, finishing in the P2 spot here tonight. He started on pole at 37 laps. Benny, man, awesome job out here tonight, buddy. Talk about your racing of the CRM7 here, and it was pretty close up there with you and Mark coming down to the wire. We got to hear it, man. You tried to make a move. It didn't work out. Talk about it.
Yeah. I just I knew I was faster, and I'd been keeping up with the lap times, and I knew I was catching him about half a tenth a lap, and I stay steady. I was going to catch him. I knew I was going to catch him with like 3 or 4 to go, and I'd already put it in my mind to go, I'll give him a bump once, but racing for points is just not worth the big penalty. It's 2 points difference. I've already got to win this year, so I just try to race smart. I've got a lot of respect for Mark. He drives me clean. I drive him clean. And we were talking, and he said he tried to hold me off and cut me off. I mean, that's short track racing. I wouldn't expect anything different.
Yeah, I'd rank you for a Klondike bar.
I like Klondikes. They're pretty good too.
Well, I mean, what was the hardest part here? I mean, I know we had green flag pit stops too. We got to talk about those because I think it was you that came in pretty hot. I thought me and Steven thought for a second, man, you're just gonna hit the wall.
Yeah, I had practiced that because I can't remember which race it was that cost me speeding on pit road. So I practiced this one pretty hard, and I pretty much knew the limit, what I could do, and it almost bit me. I didn't get my brakes all the way forward as much as I wanted, and that's kind of what got me a little loose. But we saved it. Little quick hand action. We got it.
All right, yeah, and that's all. That's all that matters is you got it down, you got it safely back out. 3 yellows in the whole race here tonight. We did have a couple of moments out there that, we could have had a few more, but man, the driving style, the drivers out here, man, they just know how to wheel it and deal and save these cars.
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying it. We've got great drivers in this league. We've got, I mean, as long as they keep their heads, we've got great drivers. I'm serious.
Yeah.
And it's a great league, and it's very competitive, but you just got to be smart.
Yeah.
And the hardest part was saving your tire.
All
you know?
right.
So
Yeah, saving that
That's right.
tire. Yeah, that's
Yep.
that tire, man. That was so important here tonight, and I think we even all talked about it last week too, man. Coming into tonight, tires. I don't think
Yep.
there was anything else that was so more important but the tires.
Well, I mean, I've told the guys, I talked to Matt some. We did our practice on Monday, and these smaller tracks. They say they surprise them, but we usually have better races on these smaller tracks because everybody knows they have to drive better. It's usually on the bigger tracks that everybody overdrives.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it was a surprise to me as always. So I mean,
Yeah.
awesome job, Stevie. Do you have anything for Benny?
Hey, Benny, it's Steven. Hey, man, good run tonight. Again, P2. Can't complain about that. I thought you were going to get Ken right there at the last because you definitely were faster in the corners.
Yeah.
So one thing we did talk about was the tire fall off. How quickly was the tires falling off on these cars?
So it just depends. If you wanted to really push it in the first 20 laps of a run on new tires, then it's going to fall off a whole lot faster after that lap 20. But if you somewhat baby it, let them kind of take a set, they'll fall off a little bit, and then they fall off slower. And so that's what I was trying to do, was not really go out and create the fastest lap ever. I was just trying to make good lap times and not be as super fast up front, but let it have the longevity of a good tire.
Right. All right. Well, man, definitely good run tonight. And like I said, I thought you had him right there at the end, but you played it safe, and congratulations on your P2.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. He's just, I told him he's lucky that I'm running for points, or I'd have had a
Oh, got that chrome horn ready, huh? Shine it up.
That's right.
All righty, well,
It'll,
Benny,
it,
Nashville next
yeah, I was
week.
gonna say,
Yep.
yeah, Nashville. That's a good track, and I'm looking forward to it. It'll, that one might surprise us. That's gonna be one of the tracks that people probably tend to overdrive the corners and lean on each other too much. And I'm not saying it's gonna be a wreck fest, but it's definitely got the potential if people don't do right,
So hold their
including
heads.
myself.
Yeah, hold your heads and be patient.
Yep.
All
Yep,
right.
it's a long race.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's looking at it 150 laps. So I mean, it looks like most of them's 200, 150. One race here. Myrtle Beach is 225, but that's the last race of the season. We ain't got to worry about that one yet. So,
That's right.
so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 races to go before we even get to Myrtle Beach. That'd be the 6th race. So
Oh yeah, a lot can happen.
yeah, a lot can happen between now and then. All righty, Benny. Well, any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to get before you go celebrate P2?
No, just again, like always, thank Matt and Steven for putting this on. Thank you guys for broadcasting it and having good fun with it and doing a great job. I've heard a lot of good things from the other guys that watch it back, and so I just appreciate the opportunity and appreciate you guys putting us out there.
All right, yeah, you are welcome, bud. And, I know we got a long way to go before we get to the end of the season, before we even talk about next season, but, I'm already looking forward to it.
Oh, me too.
So.
I look forward to any kind of race day.
All righty, Benny, go celebrate, buddy. We'll see you next week.
All right.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, that is going to bring us down here to our winner here tonight. He's probably thinking, man, when is it my turn? All righty, Mark. Well, you led, man, and this is going to bug me. You led 149 laps. Why couldn't you just hit the 150?
I wish I could have. I wish I would have been on the pole for this race and led every lap of it.
Well, let's talk about it here tonight. It's, Pocono, squished. 5 turns instead of 3 or 4. It looked like it was a good hot good mess down there. So how did you go about your race? Even though you did start 6th, so you did have some traffic in front of you at the start of the race. How did you manage to work it all out during the green flag pit stop? Save your tires, not bust down pit road, hit the cones. How'd you do?
This is my home track. I've got probably more laps on this sim here than anybody. I love this place to death. Unfortunately, it's not with us anymore. It's a junkyard, so this is how I get my fix here. I just got to say a huge thank you to my dad for teaching me how to run this place and telling me everything about it. Also, a huge thank you to Ethan Wolf, my crew chief spotter. Great guy. He's the number one reason why I made it to victory lane tonight. It's just overall, Benny raced me so clean there at the end. I can't thank him enough. Benny's a great guy, races me clean all the time. It definitely came down to the end because I only pitted once for tires. So
wow.
I think I was on the oldest tires there at the end, but I mean, it was a hell of a race. I had a blast.
A 74 stint run there. So yeah, I'm looking at it here. Your last pit stop was roughly about 11.7. So yeah, definitely on the older tires. Benny was right there on you, man. And I know you were probably thinking, don't hit me. Don't hit me. You can bump me. Don't wreck me. He even said it. He would, he was going to give you a little bump, but that would be it. And, what did you see behind you, coming to 5, 4, 3, 2, white flag in the air, and he is still right there.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I seen him coming in the mirror, and I knew he had some fresher tires than I did, but by the life of me, I was going to do everything I could to stay out in front of him. Winning this race was probably the number one race I wanted to win most on the schedule this year. So, I mean, even through all the bad luck and everything, winning this race right here, I mean, hopefully we can come alive this second half of the season, and we're hopefully really going to turn this thing around.
Yeah, I mean, it's coming down to the wire. Still, several races left to go. But before we get into next week, Steven, do you have anything for Mark?
Oh man, what can I say that hasn't already been said? Mark, awesome run. I mean, you were just lightning fast. Uh, you said you took one pit stop. I was watching when you did that. You only took a right side. Was your left side not burning up as bad, or was that just your strategy?
Uh, it's a little bit of both. When you take in this car, it helps free it up for a little while, and then you start to wear them right sides back out, and the car starts to tighten up, a decent bit. But definitely just to save time on pit road there, instead of taking four, and we didn't really want to change the balance of the race car, so we just decided to take two like we always do. And I mean, like I said, Benny was right there at the end, and like I said, I think we were on the oldest tires, but we definitely made it work, and I believe it because Benny was definitely faster than me there at the end. So I'm just happy overall.
Well, man, it was definitely a good race. I watched it on Josh's broadcast. It's the first time I've been up in the broadcast booth with him. I'm very happy to be here. I hope I made you guys proud tonight. And man, just awesome run. I there's nothing really else to say.
Well, I got one more thing to say. We got Nashville next week. How do you feel about it?
I'm pretty excited for Nashville. I actually won an ITZR race, which is a pretty big late model stock league, last year sometime in my first start there. So I definitely have a lot of laps around that place. Love it. It's all about keeping your momentum up and saving those right side tires. But also got to give a huge shout out to Clive Power Equipment, Mike Duncan, RKM Setup Shop, Justin Coleman with Coleman Designs, Ethan Wolf for being my crew chief spotter, even through all the time I had. My dad for teaching me how to run this place, love this place to death, and just everybody involved with this program. I got to thank y'all for broadcasting this and everybody that puts this on. It's just been a great night overall.
Yeah, it was a great race. Again, I was shocked. 3 cautions overall. We probably could have had 4 or 5, but everybody was able to save it. And one of the drivers, I believe that was Arthur. He was very quickly on the thing to get it towed to pit road before a caution came out. Tough break for Arthur. I mean, he had to take it, behind the wall way early here tonight. But, short track racing, not everybody's, big fans of it. Do got one more question. Who is Kathleen Tiedemann?
Kathleen is my mom,
Okay.
Mama Kathy.
Okay, well, she
also
is.
I gotta thank her. I love my mom to death. She probably took me to 90% of the races I've ever been to this racetrack. She's a huge supporter of mine. I love her to death. So thank you, Mom. Thank you for watching.
Yep, she is in chat. So it sounds like Mark's ready to cry. Well, Mark, we're gonna let you go celebrate, buddy. Awesome win here tonight, man. Get ready for Nashville next week. I'm sure it's going to be another exciting race. I know some drivers are kind of, iffy, about it. Could be, I wouldn't say, they said not a caution fest, but, there could be, a little bit more cautions than normal. But we'll see. We don't know what's going to happen until we get to next week. So,
absolutely, we'll see what it has in store. Hopefully, we can park this thing in victory lane again.
Hey, looking to go back to back, buddy. Good luck. Go celebrate. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Yep. All right. Do you think he was going to cry?
I think he was getting close.
Oh, man. Well, good win out here for Mark. Good race by everybody overall here tonight. I know a couple of drivers, did not have, the race that they wanted here for sure. But, pack it up, get practice. There's always next week, folks. So, Nashville, like I said, next week for round 10 of the season. So yeah, we're kind of at that halfway mark per se. Getting the getting the races wound down here, but still several more to go. I think I said 6 in total. So we anything can happen from now until the end of the season, Steven. So these points that they're battling for, they're not safe.
No, and like you said, one bad race can knock you out of that chance.
Yep.
So it's just better just to keep coming back and keep digging and try to get as many points as you can.
Oh, yeah, definitely so. You may be down right now, but you are definitely not out.
Not out.
So, yeah, and you read my mind. So, I think Nashville, I have called races at Nashville, and like, Biddy said, and if, a few of the other ones, I'm sure said it, not here live tonight, but have said it to their teammates or whatever, that, Nashville could go either way. And I have seen races where Nashville could go either way. 1 or 2 cautions, or, and 15 cautions. I'm not saying these guys will be 10, 15 cautions. I'm not saying that. And I would never say that. But it could go either way. I mean, and any race could really go that way. Not just Nashville, any race. So we'll see what happens next week, Steven. Of course, a big shout out to you for, jumping up here and, helping me call the race. I know, eating dinner and then trying to get in, and kind of a.
Well, like I said, I got to give a shout out to Matt and them, for getting on the ball and helping me out, get in here, get into the league and everything. So gotta say thank you to those guys, the admins here. And you, Josh, and Jeremy. I know Jeremy is out tonight, but you guys have always, y'all welcome me in here to the broadcast booth with open arms, and brother, I appreciate it.
Well, my arms are closed, but I mean, you're still welcome. No, just playing. Steven's a great guy, folks. You get me, him, and my brother up here, we'll have you all cracking up laughing. So you think it's bad with just me and him? Or me and my brother, all us three. Oh my gosh!
When the Stooges get together, the games happen.
Oh yeah, definitely so. Well, a big shout out to everybody that tuned in here tonight. Justin Phipps, I know probably hey, P11. I mean, not bad there, Justin and Chad out here tonight. John Canizaro Jr. having pedal problems. Ugh, that's never good.
No.
But he didn't have the best of race I'm sure he wanted here. I mean. Yeah, I had top 10, but, we usually see John up there top 3, top 5, and, this is kind of unlikely for John being where he's at. So, hey, talk about it. These races, you can't win them all, and you can't finish in the top 5 all the time. Well, I can't say that because there is a league I do that you really got to.
Yeah.
You really just got to watch to understand what we're talking about here, folks. So, but anyways, we're going to get out here to the unofficial results, depending on the admin stuff they have to do, of course. But Mark Keateman grabbing the win out here tonight with Benny Hogan, Van Derry right there in a very close second for sure. Kenny Tripp in third, Jonathan Emerson fourth, Scott Negus fifth, Shane Colmeyer sixth. William Salamone in 7th, Brett Meeks in 8th, John Canizaro Jr. 9th, and Brandon Kiger in 10th. Justin Phipps in 11th, John Canizaro Sr. in 12th, Thomas Mitchell 13th, John Brancasio, no name Brancasio with that, in the 14th spot. And Arthur Hendren rounding out the top 15. So that is, of course, our unofficial results here. Of course, like I said, pending any admin, stuff they have to do. But, a big shout out to all the fans again. A big shout out to Steven, Lane up here, and the admins. Of course, we got Matt and Steven. So I'm dealing with 2 Stevens now, dadgummit. For everything that, it takes an army here, folks. I mean, me doing it by myself for so long, and then, my brother joined in, and then now Steven's up here. We got Will over here as well. So MaxspeedTV TV's growing. I'm still the only one broadcasting other than Jeff Dotson, who does it a time or two here on MaxspeedTV, TV, another longtime broadcaster over here. But, hey, I'm doing all I can. So... What was you about to say, Steven?
Oh, no, you do a great job, man. I enjoy being up here with you guys. It's fun.
Oh, yeah, and we're going to do it again, Steven.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you just wait. But, folks, keep my mom and our family in your thoughts and prayers. My mom going through a lot right now, and, keep the whole world in your prayers as well. I mean, it's a rough time for everybody, I think, still yet. So, we would appreciate it. But that's going to do it here tonight on MaxspeedTV for the P.A.L.M.S Wednesday Pro American Late Model Series here tonight at Concord for round number 9 of Season 4. Tomorrow night, the Downforce Racing Series, 8:45 Eastern, 7:45 Central, right here on MaxspeedTV. TV. Myself, Joshua Medlock, my brother Jeremy Medlock, if he is feeling better, we'll be up here in the booth calling the action. Stephen Lane will actually be on the track tomorrow night. Going to be
Supporting that
turning
MaxspeedTV TV Ford Mustang.
representing the paint out there tomorrow night, folks. Please tune in. You don't want to miss it. I believe we're at Talladega tomorrow night.
Yeah, I believe we are.
So we got some super speedway action, and well, we're gonna see what everybody is made of. So see you tomorrow night. Thank you again, everybody. Until tomorrow, stay safe and have a good